A very good evening to you. You are watching True TV News with me, Reward Fair quickly. We are transmitting live from our studios at the Heritage Christian College in Amasaman. Coming up in today's headlines, Ghana marks a year since recording COVID-19's first case. Also, Mr. Mahama donates 13,000 Ghana cedis to families of deceased and Fisher Council. Later in business, there will be no dooms or power utilities are sure. And in news on the foreign front, at least 30 students abducted from Forestry College in Kaduna, Nigeria. We have details of these and more coming up shortly. Do stay. Wherever you are, many thanks for joining us on our coverage of news. The news is proudly sponsored by Heritage Christian College located in Amasaman and is supported by St. Carol School of Nursing located at Aplaku Botiano and Typhofa Company Limited, producers of Chanka Chanka Herbal Medicine, Typhofa 202 and Jaffaton 202. Now let's settle for the details. Now it's exactly 1 year since Ghana confirmed its first cases of COVID-19 infections. The first 2 cases of the coronavirus in Ghana were confirmed after detection in 2 infected people who came to Ghana from Norway and Turkey. The government subsequently banned all public gatherings to reduce the spread of the virus. Basic schools, senior high schools and universities, both public and private, were also closed. On March 22, Ghana's borders were closed after initial restrictions on travelers from countries with over 200 positive coronavirus cases. On the same day, the Ghana Health Service reported the first death from the virus. On March 30, 2020, the government initiated a partial lockdown of Accra, Kaswa, Tema and Kumasi, which lasted for 3 weeks. In the course of the management of the virus, the state offered subsidies on utilities and free food for vulnerable Ghanaians. The estimated cost of the pandemic on Ghana's economy at some 9.5 billion cedis. Among many interventions, government
ministers, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo reiterated his decision not to appoint deputy regional ministers, which means that there would be much more work for the regional ministers to do. To this end, President Akufo-Addo urged the regional ministers to know that they have a responsibility to take up all duties of a regional minister as stated in the 1992 Constitution of the Republic. Dr. Archibald Yao Lecha, the minister responsible for the Volta region, in response to the charge of the president on behalf of his colleague regional ministers, indicated they will do everything within their power to support the vision of the president aimed at bringing development to every one of the 16 regions of the country. The 16 regional ministers appointed by President Akufo-Addo to serve in his second-term government include George Boakye, Ahafo region, for the Ashanti region, Simon Osei Mensah, Bono region, Justina Owusu Banahene, Bono East region, Edu Jan, Central region, Justina Marigold Asan, Eastern region, Seth Kwame Echiampong, Greater Accra region, Henry Korte, MP and Northern region, Shani Ahassan Saibu. The rest are Northeast region, Yidana Zakaria, Oti region, Joseph Makubu, Savannah region, Said Muhazu Jibril, Upper East region, Stephen Yakubu, Dr. Hafiz bin Sila for the Upper West region, Volta region, Dr. Archibald Yao Lecha, a Western region, Kwabena Ochre Darko Mensah, MP, and for the Western North region, Richard Obi.
Now, away from that, former President John Mahama has made a donation of 13,000 Ghana cedis to the families of the teenagers who drowned at Apam in the Central Region last week and the Fishermen Council that assisted with rescue efforts. Mr. Mahama's running mate in the 2020 general elections, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, made a donation on behalf of her boss when she led a delegation of party members of the main opposition National Democratic Congress to visit the bereaved families on Thursday, March 11, 2021. Last Sunday's incident claimed the lives of more than 20 teenagers. So far, 13 bodies have been retrieved from the sea. The delegation sent by Mr. Mahama, led by his 2020 running mate, included the party's parliamentary caucus of the Central Region and some region and constituency executives of the party. Among the MPs were Mr. Richard Jan Mensah, Dr. Kasil Atoban Forsen, Mr. James Jachikwason, Mr. Abeku Krensel, Mr. David Vondi, and Mrs. Gisela Tete Agbutui. The party executives included Mr. Theophilus Edu Mensah, Mr. Kujo Kwansa, Ms. Faustina Lamte, Alhaji Muhammad Kasim, and other constituency leaders. The delegation met with the bereaved families and the Fishermen Council. The donations are to support traditional rituals and the burial service of the young victims. Prof. Opoku-Agyeman consoled the bereaved families and engaged the two survivors and their families. Also, she registered her profound gratitude and appreciation to all those who helped with rescue efforts, especially the Fishermen Council, the youth of Apam, management and staff of St. Luke Catholic Hospital, and the District Police Command. Now, Member of Parliament for the North Tongue constituency in the Volta region, Mr. Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has admonished women to resist domestic violence. Mr. Ablakwa insists women must be encouraged to resist abusive partners.
According to him, real men use their strength to protect their partners and not harm them. He thus urged Ghanaians to help sensitize and encourage them to stand for their lives. He said there can be absolutely no justification to lift a hand against a spouse, and that ladies must be strongly encouraged to boldly resist and report domestic violence without the slightest delay. Better to live and live than to stay and succumb. Mr. Ablakwa further called for swift investigations and prosecutions of perpetrators of such acts to serve as a deterrent to others. The North Tongu legislators' call comes on the back of reports of a man in the Volta region accused of murdering his girlfriend. Mr. Ablakwa made the call via a post on his social media pages on Thursday, March 11, 2021. A supposed deputy director of the Youth Employment Agency, Philip Kaiser Kuma, allegedly beat his girlfriend to death at Akachi North. According to the Volta Regional Police PRO Sergeant Prince Dogbache, the victim, Elizabeth Yasuto, complained to her friends about the constant abuse by her lover, but failed to heed to advise to report the abuses to the police. In a related development, a district court in Medina has also remanded into police custody one Prince Charles Dejo, a businessman suspected of killing his wife. The suspect has been provisionally charged with murder and is to reappear before the court on March 22, 2021. He was arrested on Sunday, March 7, 2021 for allegedly killing his wife in their residence at Its Legon.
Now, in other news, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center has expressed the hope that new investment inflows registered with the center last year will generate about 27,110 jobs when they become fully operational. According to the center, 95.46% of the jobs would be reserved for Ghanaians, while the remaining 4.54% would go to expatriates. The jobs would be generated from the 279 projects that were registered with the center last year, it said. The projects valued at $2.8 billion are an increase over 2019 investment inflows in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic that broke out last year. In total, the foreign direct investment component amounted to $2.65 billion, 139.06% increase over that of 2019, when $1.1 billion came through FDIs with $145 million local merchant funds. The Chief Executive Officer of the GIPC, Mr. Yofi Grant, announced this at a press conference on the fourth quarter 2020 investment report in Accra yesterday. A report by the UNC CTAD Global Investment Trends Monitor indicates that global FDI collapsed in 2020, falling by 42% to an estimated $859 billion from $1.5 trillion in 2019. The decline was concentrated in developed countries, where FDI flows fell by 69% to an estimated $229 billion. Greenfield announcements fell by 46%, 63% decline in Africa, 51% drop in Latin America and the Caribbean, and 38% in Asia. Mr. Grant said despite the grim economic outlook caused by COVID-19, overall FDI in developing countries such as Ghana appeared relatively resilient. It comprised 129 newly registered projects, 131 upstream developments, and 19 free zones activities dispersed across 8 regions, with Greater Accra registering the highest number of 231 projects. The others were Western 31, Ashanti 7, Volta 3, Eastern 3, the former Brong-Ahafo region 2, with Central and Upper East registering 1 project each. The services sector registered the highest number of projects of 184, followed by the manufacturing sector with 57. Now, the National Lottery Authority Union is urging the President to appoint a Director General ready and capable of addressing the present challenges being faced by the authority.
President Akufo-Addo on Thursday directed Kofi Osei-Ameyao, now former Director General of the NLA, to retire. The reason given by the President is that the one-year contract given to the former NPP MP for Isujaman expired on February 20, 2021. Chairman of the NLA Union, Eric Tamaklo, speaking with Evans Mensah on Top Story today, described the state of the authority as struggling. He disclosed that for the past 4 years, the supply of lottery paper rolls has been a challenge. He therefore emphasized the need for a new Director General who, according to him, should listen to staff, stakeholders including the NMCs, to get some of these problems resolved as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Mr. Tamaklo says he is pleased with President Akufo-Addo's decision to retire Kofi Osei-Ameyao as Director General. Finance Director of the NLA, Ernest Morty, has been appointed Acting Director General to foresee the running of the authority until a substantive director is appointed.
That would be all for local stories. We'll bring you business shortly.
Maba, say the money mino. And you do them the apa. Chanka. Edroni. Onumwa, a boni peduan menya ahwatene. Na boni peduan so e makutia nyarewa awro bebre. Na moya jadifo mo bre. Mo kwa na mo ba. Ye beye na mbanya hwode na da bia mbati ya badwam no. E ye chanka. Etimi be chemu bi no manonom. What yana? Madam Modieni.
Hey, chanka.
I will have a give. Obi o here you am give. Chanka, I will have a give. Mutabo.
Chanka. Ebwa wu nipadua na mane kutia nyarewa. Typhofa 202. Kutia malaria. Defaton 202. Ebema wedi diye. FD arehwe adwade nkra to imagye atomu se eye.
My name is Roberta.
And my name is Comfort.
And this is our business,
Idan Snail and Mushroom Farm.
Within HCC, there is a Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics for students to bring out their business idea.
Our business idea was Snail and Mushroom Farm because we saw the high demand in snail and the nutritional value of mushroom, and we saw snail as the new gold in West Africa
We are one of the 20 teams to go after the CEP money to set up our business. Through presentation, pitches, and hard work, we became one of the 8 final teams.
Along with the prize of 15,000 Ghana cedis given to us by the ACC, they also support us with directors who are helping us through mentorship, directing us, coaching us to get our business set. We are hoping by the following year we'll start employing other people outside campus to help us to get hand in hand to expand the business and get moving on. One thing I've learned from ACC is to be ethical in all business that you do. No matter how the challenges, you have to face the world so that you can succeed. Even though there is high rates of unemployment in Ghana, at ACC, they train us to become entrepreneurs. So before graduation, you own your own business. This is our business, and now we are waiting to graduate and now employ other graduates to come and work for us.
Medoba, Nina nursing. Coronavirus a baye, a juma nina obia kotenafi. Nurse form kwa ye juma 24/7. The santi uko odo huko shen nursing. Aye graduate nursing free St. Carol School of Nursing wa na wuntu humu ikra. Omo betete wa mawaba ye nurse paben papa. Omo affiliated to KNUST. Omo facilities dear edutwemu o library a omo free Wi-Fi into omo e-library ni omo physical library ni bomba. Esanso ewo demonstration ward skills laboratory normal ye chiro ni nyina se okwa ye wo onipa ya sheda na tran se oye demo ward executive ono na obeboa wa mo wate ase be bibiara wonte ase o wadaje wa botre be chirechiro ma mo wate ase ye wo aplaku ayalolo e free old barrier ewo malam kaso akwan no so wodi wani achre John Evans Atamils bypass no ye wo baby e friend no aplaku ayalolo ye ben bojo beach pa na ye phone number e 0244 620 960. St. Carol, dare to care, be a nurse.
Choose St. Carol.
Welcome back from that break. Now, the cocoa sector of the Ghana economy is expected to gain within the 2021 fiscal year. The budget statement for the year read by the leader of government's business, Oseiche Mensah Bonsu, has said.
The budget forecasts the sector to gain by 1.6% in cocoa prices. Meanwhile, the budget statement has indicated that businesses in Ghana were performing before the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. The majority leader said governments had put in place prudent fiscal measures to grow the economy. These measures, he said, were yielding fruits until the virus emerged to disrupt everything. The banking sector cleanup had been completed. Businesses were doing well and creating jobs. Food production was growing with bumper harvest, and suddenly, Ghana had become major tourist attraction.
Also, heads of companies in the power generation and distribution sector have assured the nation of reliable power supply to meet its demand. They have also stressed that the recent power outages and the total blackout experienced last Sunday were not a return to the regime of irregular power supply, popularly known as DUMSO. The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Grid Company Limited, GRIDCO, Mr. Jonathan Amoakoba, the Managing Director of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Mr. Kwame Ajiman Budu, and the CEO of the Volta River Authority, Emmanuel Entry Dakwa, at a meeting with the Minister of Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, last Wednesday, reiterated their commitment to sustainable power supply. Yesterday, The minister embarked on his first familiarization visit to the Tama Oil Refinery, where he pledged to work closely with staff of the refinery to make the company the premier refinery in Africa. At the meeting with the companies, the heads agreed that the recent challenge in power distribution, which had led to a total system shutdown, was due to a technical fault and that it was not the resurgence of Dumsor. A statement issued by the ministry and copied to the Daily Graphic said. The leadership of the utilities also gave an assurance that the generation capacity of the country was beyond 5,000 megawatts, with corresponding daily demand between 2,700 megawatts and 2,900 megawatts. They explained that the current inherent challenges had to do with transmission and distribution, and that a lot of work was being done to resolve them. Dr. Prempeh, for his part, said continuous power supply remained crucial to the country's daily social and economic activities to propel growth. He entreated all Ghanaians to be patient as the issues were being promptly dealt with. The minister, however, requested that the institutions in charge of electricity identify the causes of the frequent outages and nip them in the bud. Dr. Prempeh assured them of the ministry's support, saying, "The Energy Ministry is ready to support you to resolve this issue as soon as possible." Dr. Prempeh said his ministry would support the refinery with the necessary policies and partnership deals for it to regain its glorious past, when new jobs would be created and existing ones protected. The minister gave the assurance when he interacted with the unionized workers and the management of the refinery at its head office. The New Patriotic Party Member of Parliament for Minshan North said the visit, which was his first to any of the agencies under the Ministry of Energy, was in line with his commitment to revive the company. He said the visits followed a meeting he had held with the unionized staff of TOR, during which various concerns on the refinery's fortunes were raised, necessitating the need to address them, along with the management. Dr. Prempeh said the partnership would aim to leverage TOR's competent workforce, technical expertise, and vast infrastructure to operate profitability. And that would be all for business. AJ Kwanzaa will bring you entertainment shortly.
My name is Roberta.
And my name is Comfort.
And this is our business,
Idan Snail and Mushroom Farm.
Within ACC, there is a Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics for students to bring out their business idea.
Our business idea was snail and mushroom farm because we saw the high demand in snail and the nutritional value of mushroom, and we saw snail as the new gold in West Africa.
We are one of the 20 teams to go after the CEP money to set up our business. Through presentation, pitches, and hard work, we became one of the 8 final teams.
Along with the prize of 15,000 Ghana cedis given to us by the ACC, they also support us with directors who are helping us through mentorship, directing us, coaching us to get our business set. We are hoping by the following year we'll start employing other people outside campus to help us to get hand in hand to expand the business and get moving on. One thing I've learned from ACC is to be ethical in all business that you do. No matter how the challenges, you have to face the world so that you can succeed. Even though there is high rates of unemployment in Ghana, at ACC, they train us to become entrepreneurs. So before graduation, you own your own business. This is our business, and now we are waiting to graduate and now employ other graduates to come and work for us.
Medoba, Nina, nursing. Coronavirus a baye, a juma nina will be a cotton fee. Nurse for 24/7. The Santi, who shen nursing. I graduate nursing free St. Carol's School of Nursing. Now, want to whom we cry. Omo petite wa mawaba ye nurse pabeng papa. We are affiliated to KNUST. Omo facilities dear edutwemu wo call library a omo free Wi-Fi into omo e-library ni omo physical library ni bomba ko. Esan so ewo demonstration ward skills laboratory. Normal ye chiro ni nyina se okwa ye wo onipa ya sheda na tran se oye demo ward executive. Ono no beboa wa mo wate ase be bibiara wonti ase o wadaje wa botre be kirechiro ma mo wate ase ye wo aplaku ayalolo e free old barrier e wo malam kaso akwan no so wodi wani akire John Evans Atamils bypass no ye wo baby e friend no aplaku ayalolo ye ben bojo beach pa e na ye phone number e 0244 620960. St. Carol, dare to care, be a nurse.
Choose St. Carol.
Maba. Say the money mino. And you do them diaba. Chanka. Edroni. Onumwa. A body per real mania of water. The body per piano so. And my good tenure out of the brain. The way I did it for my bread. More quack. No more back. Yeah, but yeah, no one in the bedroom in your bedroom. And you chanka. Let me be Chamubi. No one on them. What you know?
Hey, chanka.
I will have a give you. Of your here, you are making chanka. I will have a give you. Muchabo.
Chanka, ebwa wuni pediana manu kutia nyarewa. Taifo fa 202, kutia malaria. Defaton 202, ebema wedi diye. FD arisha jadi enkra tu imaji atumuse eye.
Let's talk some entertainment here on the news. My name is AJ Kwanzaa. Today now, in an attempt to sanitize the broadcast of content space, the National Film Authority has put out film classification criteria that takes effect on May 1st this year.
The Weeknd just took his beef with the Grammys to another level. Months after being shut out of music's biggest night, which many considered a major snub, the superstar revealed that he won't be up for future.
The move, which in accordance with the Development and Classification of Film Act 935, will see the Film Classification Committee preview and classify any audiovisual content before they are shown to the public. According to the NFA, the committee will ensure that all media houses conform to the national aspirations, moral and cultural standards, and also protect children from premature exposure to adult experiences. The classification is expected to give age ratings and content advice to film and other audiovisual content producers. The committee, in determining the suitability of content for public exhibition, shall classify content as follows. Universal for all categories of persons. PG, viewers below 12 are to watch under parental guide. For persons of 12 years and above, for persons of 15 years and above, for persons of 18 years and above, not suitable for public exhibition. The public announcement from the National Film Authority Film Classification Committee proposed that starting May 1st, 2021, no television station, cinema, theater, or movie screening center shall show any unclassified audiovisual content. And The Weeknd just took his beef with the Grammys to another level, months after being shut out of music's biggest night, which many considered a major snub. The superstar revealed that he won't be up for future nomination considering either. There's more in the following report.
The Weeknd just took his beef with the Grammys to another level. Months after being shut out of music's biggest night, which many considered a major snub, the superstar revealed that he won't be up for future nominations consideration either, telling the New York Times in a statement on Thursday, quote, "Because of the secret committees, I will no longer allow my label to submit my music to the Grammys." The Weeknd first spoke out in November when he was left off the 2021 nominations list, despite his smash single Blinding Lights and its accompanying album After Hours being widely considered shoo-ins for multiple awards. The 31-year-old accused the Grammys of being, quote, corrupt, and tweeted that he, his fans, and the industry are owed, quote, transparency. Recording Academy interim president and CEO Harvey Mason Jr. responded to the singer's newest announcement, telling multiple outlets that, quote, "We're all upset when anyone is upset," adding that the organization is, quote, constantly evolving and planning to take a, quote, hard look at how to improve our awards process, including the nomination review committees. Mason previously acknowledged the Weeknd's frustration in a statement shortly after the backlash, saying, quote, "We understand that the Weeknd is disappointed at not being nominated. I was surprised and can empathize with what he's feeling. His music this year was excellent, and his contributions to the music community and broader world are worthy of everyone's admiration." In January, the singer told Billboard that the controversy affected how he feels about his past Grammy wins, explaining that it's an accomplishment he isn't proud of anymore, saying, quote, "I have 3 Grammys, which mean nothing to me now, obviously. It's not like, oh, I want the Grammy. It's just that this happened and I'm down to get in front of the fire as long as it never happens again. I suck at giving speeches anyways. Forget award shows."
And that will be all for Showbiz tonight. My name is AJ Kwanzaa. There's more news with reward. It's free to blend.
My name is Roberta.
And my name is Comfort.
And this is our business,
Idan Snail and Mushroom
Farm. Within ACC, there is a Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy, and Ethics for students to bring out their business idea.
Our business idea was Snail and Mushroom Farm because we saw the high demand in snail and the nutritional value of mushroom, and we saw snail as the new gold in West Africa.
We are one of the 20 teams to go after the CEP money to set up our business. Through presentation, pitches, and hard work, we became one of the 8 final teams.
Along with the prize of 15,000 Ghana cedis given to us by the ACC, they also support us with directors who are helping us through mentorship, directing us, coaching us to get our business set. We are hoping by the following year we'll start employing other people outside campus to help us to get hand in hand to expand the business and get moving on. One thing I've learned from ACC is to be ethical in all business that you do. No matter how the challenges, you have to face the world so that you can succeed. Even though there is high rates of unemployment in Ghana, at ACC, they train us to become entrepreneurs. So before graduation, you own your own business. This is our business, and now we are waiting to graduate and now employ other graduates to come and work for us.
welcome back. Before we go, let's do some news on the foreign front. And gunmen in Kaduna, northwest Nigeria, have kidnapped around 30 students overnight from a forestry college near Military Academy. It is the 4th mass school abduction since December. Kaduna State Security Commissioner Samuel Aruwan has confirmed the students were abducted from the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Mando, in Kaduna, but did not say how many students had been taken. Some residents described the aftermath of the attack, saying they saw some of the students, teachers, and security personnel all over the school premises and told us that gunmen raided the school and abducted some of the students. On Friday morning, relatives of students gathered at the gates of the college, which was surrounded by around 20 army trucks. Criminal gangs, often locally referred to as bandits, have increasingly been involved in kidnappings across central and northern Nigeria. In response to the recent mass kidnapping of 279 schoolgirls in Zamfara State, Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari ordered security agents to shoot any person or persons seen carrying AK-47s in any forest in the country. Buhari also directed a ban on all mining activities in Zamfara State, as well as the imposition of a no-fly zone over the state. Meanwhile, Equatorial Guinea today held a funeral ceremony for those who perished in explosions at a military camp at the country's economic hub of Bata on March 7. The official death toll has been pegged at 105, although Human Rights Watch reports that far more lives were lost.
A total of 615 people were wounded in Sunday's blast at the Nkwa Ntoma camp. The blast destroyed buildings and houses in surrounding districts. On Monday, the state broadcaster said more than 60 survivors had been trapped under debris, including 2 children aged 3 and 4. President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo blamed the military for negligence in stocking ammunition so close to residential areas. Human Rights Watch has called for an investigation into the disaster. TVGE has shown images akin to a war zone, with rescue workers and civilians struggling to remove bodies from smoking ruins. Obiang on Tuesday said the officers in charge of the camp, which houses special forces and gendarmes, and their families had been careless. Dynamite is normally stocked very far from people and kept underground, he said. The Defense Ministry said blasts caused by heavy caliber munitions caused shock waves, which totally destroyed numerous homes nearby. The only Spanish-speaking country in sub-Saharan Africa, Equatorial Guinea, is one of the most closed-off nations in the continent.
And that is how we wrap it up on the English version of the news with me, Reward Fahin Quickly. The news was proudly sponsored by Heritage Christian College located in Amasaman and was supported by St. Carol's School of Nursing located at Aplaku Botiano and Typhofa Company Limited, producers of Chanka Chanka Herbal Medicine, Typhofa 202 and Jaffaton 202. Have a lovely weekend.
Maba, say the munya muni mino. E ya dro nam dia ba. Chanka chanka. Chanka chanka. E dro ni nie. Onumu a e bo ni padua na nya ahoɔdene. Na bo ni padua no so e makutie nyarewa aworo bebre. Ne moya jadifo mo bre. Mo kɔ na mo ba. Ye be ye na mbonya ahoɔdene na bia mboti ni abadwam no. E ya chanka chanka. Chanka chanka. Eti me be chemu bi ni mo anonom. What yana? Madam Modieni.
Hey, Chanka Chanka.
I will have a give you. Obi o here we am a give. Chanka, I will have a give. Mutabo, mutabo, mutabo.
Chanka chanka, ebwa wu nipeduana manu kutia nyarewa. Typhofa 202, kutia malaria. Jeffaton 202, ebema wedi diye. FD arisho ejadi enkra to imadi atumuse eye.
My name is Roberta.
And my name is Comfort.
And this is our business,
A Dance Snail and Mushroom Farm.
My name is Patrick, and our business is Pacers Farms. When I was doing theology at SBI, the zeal for accounting was also there. So I had the opportunity to go to HCC to pursue a degree in accounting. And that's why I heard about CEP. They came out with an entrepreneurship challenge, and I was so excited because I already have my business plan, and it was a sole proprietorship. So when my friend also came in, we have to change the whole plan to be a partnership. We have to pitch about 5 pages in 3 minutes. And after pitching, they gave us another opportunity to prepare a 20-page comprehensive business plan. CEP and ACC does not only give you the money, but they also help you with people who are knowledgeable in the area that you want to enter, to give you the necessary information you need to get, and then the guidelines to help you go through. And as of now, we are into eggs production and then broilers, which is also for meat. Running a poultry farm requires many jobs and many tasks. One of our main goals is to help reduce the unemployment rate in the country. So in our small circle, we've even employed people who are working at our farm that we pay them monthly. We are gradually helping to help the economy. By God's grace, Heritage gave me the opportunity, and as at now, I have my business running, and our production is also ongoing.
I'm Samuel Jesse.
I'm Patrick Eji.
I'm Ezekiel Amevo.
And we are Perse.
Medoba, ni nyina ni nursing. Coronavirus eba yi, adwuma nyina obi akotena fie. Nurse fo nko ye adwuma 24/7. Ne santi odo ho hye nursing. Aye graduate nursing free St. Carol School of Nursing mu a na wonto ho nwi kra. Omo betete wa ma wa baye nurse paben papa. Omo affiliated to KNUST. Omo facilities de edutwamu o call library a omo free Wi-Fi into omo e-library ni omo physical library ni bomba ko. Esanso ewo demonstration ward skills laboratory normal ye chiro ni nyina se okwa ye wo onipa ya sheda na tran se oye demo ward executive ono na obeboa wa mo wate ase be bibia wonti ase o wadaje wa botre be chiro mo wate ase ye wo aplaku ayalolo e free old barrier ewo malam kasua kwan no so wodi wani achre John Evans Atamils bypass no ye wo baby e friend no aplaku ayalolo ye ben bojo beach pa na ye phone number e 0244 620960. St. Carol, dare to care, be a nurse.
Choose St. Carol.
Kana madishe ya mamunyina aju ebraso se yede omamu nsema hodo a yesa aka na yabobo no se True TV akan kasebo yede ebrewo midin ede obin ajiman opambo kasebo ye nsema hodo a ebetwa egu ewumu no ebi ene se enadai wode eye akohomasika budget statement akotudwa emrahye bedwam na emu nsem ahodo ebie ye no ebetwetwe eho enkomo anase obetidi ewomu a ebi ene se wode eye COVID-19 levy eba ma beboa apomuden sanso so ena enei no wode afutuo ama ganafo enyina se yensore waka na yemo ema ho ban na mema wono eya yakaka de etia ema de na enikwan se yesoso wono eso ekra wei eye Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa ena okanu seye wɔ Thailand man mu nso yɛ kasa yi no ɔde ato dwa sɛ AstraZeneca ɛyɛ COVID-19 vaccine no saa bere yi wɔnom de atintantum wɔnom enya ɛnwɔ ɛba no sɛn ɛho nsɛm yɛda yɛn ho aba na yɛde ne nyinaa bɛ na mmom hyɛ ne nso sɛ ɛyɛ enyumaku ahodoɔ a wɔn aso ase ma yɛde kaseɛbɔ no yɛde ɛbrɛ wɔ no Heritage Christian University College ɛwɔ Amasaman saa nso so ɛna St. Carol School of Nursing ɛnso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Aplakui Botiano ɛna wɔn nso ɛwɔ saa nso so ɛna ɛyɛ Chanka ɛnso aso ase a yɛde kaseɛbɔ no ɛbrɛ wɔ yɛda ɛho aba sɛ si yɛde nkyɛmu no aba. Mampani Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo sabre kasei no abo majority leader yewra osei chei mensa bonsu edini se opani wono na sese omeye osuafo a wo hwe ahweye ahwesikasem no eso wo hwe kire se de enema ebetumi akọ eye atabia efri omampani ahyeye eba mahye bedwamu chiamehene enchen yewra Alban Kingsford Bagwin enchen no eno ena saa asemi no ochechire emu omampani Akufo-Addo edi atodwa ewo mu se suame mrahye bedwani eye onukro yanso eye osuafo a ohwe mrahye bedwa ho nsamso no onukro anso na eye majority leader wadadom kase na no mrahye bedwa mu yewra osaiche mensa bonso sabre de ono ena wo hwe asweye ahwesikasem no eso bra wo hwe kire ede ama yewra Ken Ofori Atta yakase wo United States America eman emu wopani wo America sanse COVID-19 yade ebi ye no kame se wasan ho yade ewieye no eniema bi akachire ye no ntie wase wo mu edinokọ na wakosa ne ho yade ekrakra enu nenam so ema enu nti yero asache mensa bonsu ebeye caretaker minister ewa ahweye emu enu nti krampo nyame ya adomu a ene dayi ya yewo mu yi no akonhumasika budget a eye emfiempinu ne aduonu baako ede ye no ne di kankra wo mampani Akufo-Addo amamu etoso mienu emu no yero asache mensa bonsu ena obeba bekinkan wo emrahye bedwam enne ya wo gina owura Ofori Atta anemu owura Ofori Atta yi nanka yade emrahye bedwam appointment committee ehwe nanim senka anano brada February bosumi de toso du ensia enanka wobeba mu atoto na no nanso wotwo krata bre wo mu se ne hu dodo no ya wokọ America akwa ne ho yare nti wo mu ma no eda fofura ne ho to no a obetumi ede aba biomu yada so egina omampani akache na sabre yakasei no eye omampani atwo krata de ama pani ananka wo hwe National Lottery Authority adwuma no eso yewra Kofi Osei Ameyaw sabre ebraso se okona homegye mu enu nti omampani de krata amane no se wonhwe na adwuma no wonfa akire enya opani ohwe skasam so ewo aye adwuma no mu ora Ernest Morty na fi wontoto eniema
Ghana mampani Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ede ohyew bo ato opani pa ono ena ohwe National Lottery Authority owura Kofi Osei Ameyaw so se onfa n'adwuma ento esanse sabese n'adwuma aba eweye saa opani ena na oye Director General ema NLA ewo Ghana ememu otwetwere fa pani a owo abankesie mu owura Nana Asante bedi atuo ena nensa ehye saa krata yi ase enka no ekoso echemu se kontragia Ghana aban edema owura Kofi Osei Ameyaw no sabe se de nyina aba na wieye February bosome ne da na etoso aduonu enunti na etwase owura Osei Ameyaw etumi ede ne dwuma a odiye no nyina eba awieye ensam no ekwa so echemu se esan se ewo tiaseman Ghana mu no se obinya mfinhia aduesia na oye aban adwuma na etwase sa onipakro no ede n'adwuma eto na okọ ahomchie mu nanso ebra owura Kofi Osei Ameyaw onya mfinhia aduesia no Ghana aban esa de afi contract eka no ho eno na sabre sedie adwuma enyina aba wiye nenam so ama Ghana mampani enam owura Nana Asante Bedi atuo ensa so atwere krata ede akoma no se sabre sedie empani se obema ebeye bi na wamayeni nyina ne senti netwa se opani etumi ede ne dwuma obedi ye nyina eba awiye enam so ama Ghana aban ede ato owura Kofi Osei Ameyaw enim ese owo ho kwan se obi ekwa ahomagye mu na de yefan entity free anase tika wode kwa ahomagye mu no
abusua yenko emrahye bedwamu na enam sempani akande ato se abaso ba no na ma ejapaye enu nti sabrei abande ato edwa se wo kofa eye COVID-19 health levy edi aba we eye eto aye nyina agege no kakra na tumi aboa ema aya pomuden atumi gina ne so enkanka ene eye COVID-19 yade a tese mpani eguso ekon no atumi akọ eyie nsem wanyina beto edwa ene wo bra yero sai chei mensa bonso ede akohomasika budget ho nsem wode koto dwa mrahye bedwom caretaker finance minister obvious kasem so owura osai chei mensa bonso ede sansem yi tu dwa ene wo bra okokinkan emfiampinu ne aduonu baako akohomasika budget statement ya ayomapani Akufo-Addo ede beye adwuma fi mu no wade kokotu edwa na wocheche emu no ochese sa etuo ya womode ebayi wono na eba beboa ma wono atumi ato eye vaccines a COVID-19 yade ekwo no afenso ombesa ade sikanu bi nso ade asi eye medical waste treatment facilities edunan sanso ena wono ebesi eye apomudin project ahodo no aduasan miensa afenso kranso agenda 111 ye no eye omampani ayasabia ahodo a wo hye bose obesie makomako ohane duba wosi we na beboa ma obetumi asini nyina sanso ena opani chemu a COVID-19 free say ba ye no nam so ema sese akomasika mu no sika wo twadema apomudin aso ye no ekame ese eburu so bebrebe eruti na ho ahia se wo mo besaje sika fufuro yi sua memrahye bedwani chemu a sabre die abangusu etutu na mon na ocheche na mo aban etuo edefa COVID-19 yade ne ho ya odi tudwa se yade nkan age eye 600,000 doses COVID-19 panie no ebi edada sanso ena aban eye hyehye a enche woto eye wapepe edunso ne echepo ensia 17.6 million vaccines ni nyina wode eba beko COVID-19 yade boni yeda so wo emrahye bedwafie na sabre ye kasei no eye omampani nipa wo yi wo mo pa wo mu se wo mo enamrahye bedwaje wo mutumu a wo be ya asuafo adamantema hododunsia ano sesei wakotutu wo ma no ema emrahye bedwa appointments committee age sa enipa yi atum
Mrahye bedwafo a ewo mrahye bedwam age eye empanifo a Ghana aban ebo wondin se omeye amantemu asoafo atum a sabre sedie onyankropon twedi ampon afri soro abehwe wonom na wantwi biala ama ebla na appointment committee etoto won anono eno ena mrahye bedwafo appointment committee enim no edi dwuma sonko nanam so ama amantam dunsia ewoti asema Ghana mu sabre sedie wonom age sa empanifo nyina atumu a enam so ama no aye osebo kase edi ama abusua ene omamu enyina se wokwa Asante mentamu a opani a ono ena sabre Ghana aban abonidin se ono ena enkoye Asante mentamu suafo eye Simon Osemensa na se oba Greater Accra na se enkrapomponi mentamu a owura ye frɛ no Henry Kote se wokɔ eye Bono Isia owura ye frɛ no Edujan ena sabre ono agina tumu se wokɔ Central owura Justin Melgold Asan ono ena sabre ono agin atumu Eastern region so sabre owura ye frɛ no Set a champions Northern so owura Sahini Alasan Saibu Northern Eastern so sabre die obedimu akoten eye Yidana Zakaria Sara ana se ukọ oti emantemu a owura bi a yefre no Joseph Mukabu ena sabre ono ena obegyina emu ade amano se oba Savannah mantemu a Said Muhazu Jibril ena obegyina mu Sara ena se ukọ Upper East so a owura bi a yefre no Joseph Yakubu ono ena ebegyina mu se ukọ Western North a owura bi yefre Richard Oben ono ena sabre Ghana aban abonidin se omegyina mu Upper West Hafiz bin Celia ono ena sabe okodina mu ama Upper West se wokọ Western a kwabena otre dako mensa ena se wokọ koduru eye framantem eye voter radio Dr. Atwood yo lista ono ena sabe okọ kodina mu na watoto nyama sane beya amantem dwumadie ebetumi akọ wano
Yamongra eye ensemfofro emu na Emrashe bedwani a ogina ho ema omanfo a ewo North Tongu ewo Fraumantem emu Owura Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa ede ato edwa se sabre ema wonmu wo man mu nyina ensore waka na mema wo mu sode a wonmu eye ema yakayaka de kum ebinom no eni kwan se wososo wonmu sokra wopani chiremu a emema mapansa no wonumu emfa wo ho ade a wo no emfa nsisi wo mo yirenom inemom ode ebo wonumu eho eban ni se so nti wakoto ase ganafo enyina se wo mo nsori waka na wonni ema ya chinsho mu kran se de be ya wo mo so ebe sori agina ho abo wo mo nkwa ho ban o se bibia ni wonuma obetumi aka de asi wo kwan se nunti o te won sa ede abo wo yire ya woda wachi ana wo ho kani o se ni se so nti se wo yoba ana ba ma mpo na hunu se Nwukani no ahyase ye niema bi atise ya ebe ye se wo befiri aware no ase na wanya wonkwa echense obekwaso aye honho atena ho ma wawuo Owura Ablakwa echemu a ewo se enhwehwemu ano adene ekoso ntententem na wode asotwemu adin edema nipa wo mu difo wo sasem yi eho North Tongu na hyebedwani yi din semitu dwanam se nra ebeto edwa sabrantie bi a woye Deputy Director Youth Employment Agency mu our friend of Philip Caesar kuma waku wonu angasa ni twotwomucho ni girlfriend ya wada na chire ewo Akachi North na no na Fraumantem posi kasamafo Sergeant Prince dogba chechire mu chese abo be ya yakunu ya friend Elizabeth Yesutoi no wase dan da ne hukani abro no ema nkrofo kratu ni fu se won kopa posi fo amane nanso wentie ena enei akwawiawie no de awie no na wo ensafufro emu wo sasemi ya homadina district court nso ede eya businessman bi a ofra no Prince Charles Dejo ya woni ne yire ati East Legon no wodna koto remand se wonu angasa no wakum ne yire a woda no akire nanu kwasiada March bosome da toso enso Abusia yenko amanyosem emu na wopani a ono ena wotu franka ede ema National Democratic Congress NDC amanyokio ewo emfiempinu ne aduonu abato ne mu John Dramani Mahama yakasai ede eye ayede akoma abusua wo mu no wo madehye afiri mu ewo apam ensua efa wo manfo ebie ewo hono sika ode komo wo no eye 13,000 Ghana cedis Sabre wade eye sikanso so 3,000 Ghana cedis ede ama apam Fishermen Council no enso sa ayedie ya omampani dada John Mahama ekokọ ye no wonam eye ne hu kafo a oka ne hu wo mfiempinu ne abato mu mechire running mate Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajeman ene odisi ni so a wokokọ ye ewo nidini mu wode tu dwa wobra wode sa ayedie no Emma eye nananum no se wo mu di wei eboa se de beya amamre ne amane e wose woye ansa na wasie enipa yi enyina no atumi akọ eye eso sansoso ena wode atu edwa se ewose se musuan ya wo mahwe wo made hye nyina no wochichi wo mo were ni se so nti wo mo nka wo makoma ento wo mo eyem na wo mo enya botoya mo se onyankopon ya wonu na wode emanoma wo mo obesa ahye wo manamu ebiom sanso ena enipa mienu a wo mo de wo manhwe wo mo nkwa no
wɔne wɔn nso ne wɔn abusuafoɔ atwitwe nkɔmɔ saa nso so ɛna wɔde aseda soroko ɛma ɛyɛ apopofoɔ fishermen council enipa wɔn na wɔn yɛ rescue team a wɔn kɔyi ɛmɛmuwa yi afei mmabunu a wɔapam ɛna St. Luke Catholic Hospital adwumayɛfoɔ saa nso na posifoɔ a wɔn ɛwɔ mpɔtam hɔ no Professor Nana Jen Opoku Adwuma ɛde aseda sonko ɛma wɔn.
Yewra enyidjede kaseɛ emu entertainment na wasofo pani a wɔno ɛna Oda International God's Way Church ano Angel Daniel Obinim ɛna ɛka ye na wankasa wɔhu nipa korɔ ɛdada na opani no wɔde abeto edwa sɛ wɔno deɛ ɛnyɛ no nwanwa sɛ wɔbɛkɔ ɛyɛ World Bank yɛ hɔnom na wɔman na wiase nyinaa sika krabia ɛno no wɔtumi wura hɔnom abrebia etimi ɛkɔ koyi sika honhom.
Osofo Obinim anase Angel Obinim ya ochem jese waye bofo a onu de otimi etuo anajo nenam ewiase ba bia brada obiada adano ochemu a ene anajo bia se wotu ede ekwamonone a enenie no okọ no oba a jese otimi etu ekwa de ope bia nanu ena wode atu dwa bra na woye asore ananu kwasiada editu na safuma nanim se nanu wotuko World Bank a eno ewo Switzerland emamu no wotu ede ekọ ehonum a ene okokọhwe se obetimi anya sika wose ampani ampa ne nuane ampa abra okokoduru aya World Bank wo Switzerland emamu no na chese ene obi ada ehono ogboru a aya eskwakrabia no wonum sefu akese no ebakumu obie so a ene esika na abode aye mase maniyam kura ehye no anu no bomadena ene osi wamfa aye akwadworo ekura anto kura ene wosise sikai currencies ahodo betwi asese bia nyina sisa ya ama na ade ye mase bi eho na ene wosan etuye efiri aye bank dem wa security man krampo a wonum ewo eho no nyade se obi ada ehun se obi aba eye edan no emu asemi opani obinim ede eto na safo manu anim no ene behwe asori dem ho se de omo eye omanfo yi ana asori mai eboje so na ne wonum eda fom wo mo ebesire wo mo so ebeboje so eboje so a wonum chese ne wo mo sofo yi ene waye de obi enye ebi eda.
True TV akan kasebo ena yeguso a ye kenkane ede ema wo abusua baabi aduro no ye bekọ amonone ye kowie kasebo no a ne ye kwa kowie ewo eye Thailand eman emu sabre kase Thailand mansuafo epani prime minister ede abetu edwa se nanka wo mu ayenhwehwe a wode bewo AstraZeneca COVID-19 panie no ebi nanso enam se wo mate wa man hudo bi so se womu ko sa panie no AstraZeneca no ebie no womu anya yade a womu modwa etwitwa edi esie wanya blood clots ne se so nti womu atwe wo de asensen
oman no mansuafo pani de atodwa se anka ne dai ena wo be hyase ama wonumo awo eye AstraZeneca panie yi bi ewo oman no emu nanso sabre de watwene nyina asensen wei aba ewo abra aman bi ti se Denmark, Norway, and Bulgaria. So dia betu ja se enya dia se eye AstraZeneca vaccine no beko so ana wonum awo ebioma tintanton omojade ato Europe aman mu nipa be se eye aduasan ene akọwọ sa AstraZeneca panie bia wo wie ye no kame se wonum moja etwetwasi afre no blood clots anase thromboembolic event na eno na nam so asabre de Thailand wo manfo ehu anampanifo ehu abo wo mu a ne so nti ama wo mu atwe aduro yi asensen oman no apom dia so de atodwa se sabre de wo mu egina akono a emu eden pa esanse virus yadeboa yi no ekum wo manfo wo man ni mu nanso so wo mu so ntimi fom ho nto AstraZeneca wo mu gitu mu se anka wo mu de be wo manfo no enam ne ahyase sisi ewo Europe amama baabi no emo Bulgaria nuda ena wo so de tudwa se wo mo enwo paneɛ no ebiom na mmom aman bi te sɛ Portugal, Australia, Mexico ɛna Philippines deɛ wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn gu so a wɔn ɛtoa ɛyɛ wɔn rollout anaasɛ jab a wɔn de AstraZeneca vaccine no wɔn wɔ ɔmanfoɔ no so.
Abusua kaseɛbɔ no asi ansa na yɛbɛkorɔ no emu nsɛm no ebi ɛne sɛ saa bere ne da yi wɔde akɔnhomasika budget a ɛne afi ɛno ɛna aban de bɛyɛ adwuma no ɛne wɔde akɔto edwa mmarahyɛ bedwa mu a emu nsɛm ɛyɛ ahodoɔ ebebree saa nso so ɛna wɔde afutuo ɛde ama ɔmanfoɔ nyinaa sɛ mɛma ɛmaa yɛ nyinaa nsɔre waka na yɛmmɔ ɛmaa yɛyɛ wɔn ayakaakadeɛ kunkun wɔ mu ɛne adeɛ no ɛna ɛtoɔ ntwa ɛkora wɔ Thailand ɛman mu no saa bere abɛtɔ edwa sɛ na nkampanfoɔ yɛn hyehyɛ a wɔn ɛde bɛwɔ ɛyɛ AstraZeneca paneɛ no bi nanso ɛnam sɛ wɔn ate sɛ ɔhaw bi ɛwɔ ho nti saa bere wɔn atwe ɛde asensɛn nsɛm ka yɛka ho ɛde ne nyinaa yɛde ɛbrɛ wɔ abusua wɔn mu a ɛfa kaseɛbɔ yi ho ka ɛyɛ Heritage Christian College Amasaman Nkraheya ɛna wɔwɔ saa nso ɛna St. Carol School of Nursing ɛno nso wɔ Aplaku Botiano ana afei Taifofa Company Limited ana TCL ya wɔn na ɛde chanka herbal medicine no ɛde aba ɛyɛ Taifofa 202 ɛna Jefferton 202 no wɔn ɛde aba edwa ɛman ɛso pebi na ntumi ɛmoa wo abusua medin a megye so a ɛne ɔben agyemana ɔpamboɔ na ɔtwe weyɛ a wokɔ akɔdie hwɛ ɔho so yie makraw.
Maba sɛ de mu yira mu ni mi no ɛyɛ duro na me de aba chanka